Here's the plan. We get the warhead and we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
Don't you think we should maybe ask for more than $1 million? $1 million isn't exactly a lot of money these days.
It's shit.
Virtucon alone makes over $9 billion a year.
Shit.
Really?
Not bad.
Okay then. We hold the world ransom for $100 billion.
Welcome to the Balls Not Court podcast. This is Cortez Paul with Kevin Carter.
Yes. I don't even know why he played Austin Powers.
I'm always going to do something tacky when we reach a milestone.
That wasn't even tacky. That was just weird.
It was weird, but
weird.
It had the number 100 in there.
Me.
And when I did the 50th episode, I played a 50 Cent. So
I would have never guessed that one.
so whenever it comes to doing certain episodes, I feel like it is a accomplishment to see how far we have.
Look, Cortez, there's nothing we can find that'll say 150 in it. So
no, we're definitely gonna go to 200 that time. So it's gonna be a minute till we can find something. So yeah, there's nothing with 150. So, but nonetheless, this is our 100th episode. It's always been a pleasure doing this with Kevin and many more. Special many more now that football season is back in full effect with college and
6
pro.
a week. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
I'll try to find the energy to do that, but
you barely had the energy to do this one.
Yes. So, but hey, nonetheless, this is our 100th episode, and we look how far we come and how more we got to do and what we got to cover and everything like that. But right now, the 100th episode is dedicated to the AFC preview. Me and Kevin root for teams in the AFC, so this is
You're not even going to look over, are you?
And
I have my party hat on.
And he has his party hat on over here. I was trying to be serious, but Kevin is going to break the ice here.
I have a party hat on.
He has a party hat on.
Oh.
His Captain America hat on right there. So, how fitting.
My hair's messed up.
So, welcome to the pod. Welcome to listen to us, me and Kevin, go ahead and break down the AFC. As you heard the last podcast, we broke down the NFC and what we thought about, the whole landscape of that conference, and now we're finna shift over here and talk about the AFC. So we're gonna start with the AFC East. That is a team; those have the teams that are in that division. Last year, New England Patriots was 12-4, the Buffalo Bills were 9-7, the Miami Dolphins were 8-8, and the New York Jets were 4-12. Some of the questions or headlines that is coming out of the division. Super Bowl champs may start the season without Tom Brady, as you heard that they're in court and all that. Me and Kevin discussed that, and the opinions of their start of the season, where they think how they're gonna start off and everything like that. Rex Ryan predicts playoffs with the addition of LaShawn McCoy and others, and we'll see if me and Kevin will discuss if we agree or not. And then you got Ndamukong Suh, who moved to the Dolphins, and saying that the Dolphins D has more talent than Lions of last year. Me and Kevin have discussed that a little bit. And then Geno Smith out after an altercation with a teammate and resulted in a broken jaw. And I think he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know the exact time frame on that, but he's out for a bit, at least for the beginning of the season. And is it a setback for the Jets? And could this possibly, can he keep his job after he comes back if the Jets start off strong? But we got a lot to discuss, and we're going to go ahead and break that down. And I'm going to go ahead and turn over to my partner here and ask him, his thoughts about the Patriots and Tom Brady. And, we discussed the Deflategate to death earlier in the summer. And we'll go ahead and start with Tom Brady and the Patriots. So what you think about that?
Stupid ass should have just said, look, I'm sorry we had deflated balls. I'm getting older. They sort of do that when you get older. Oh, we're talking about football. No, he just should have said, look, we made a mistake. We did it. They would have slapped him on the wrist. This would have already been over the day after it came out. Instead, he wants to deny, because it will hurt his legacy if he says that well, yeah, this is what happened. This is how I wanted the ball, and this is what they did. If you would have said that back then, nothing would have happened. But instead, you're dragging it out, and now this is what's happening to you. So you're either going to get no games or 4 games is what's going to be the deciding factor. Even if he misses 4 games, what did they go last year? 1-4 in the first 5 games, and they still won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where the earlier in the season it happens, the better. End of the season, should be fine.
Oh, yeah. And my thoughts about it, and I know now he's saying he would accept a 1-game suspension, but like Kevin said, they're going down hard on him because he's being resistant to everything that they're trying to do the research and everything on him. And so with Tom, everybody know the Patriots, and not too many people like the Patriots outside of New England. And take it for a guy who lived there for a few years, and I used to tell the people up there, like, y'all know y'all teams are not well liked up here. Just giving y'all a heads up about that. It's y'all, just the way y'all act and everything like that, it's a little bit infuriating. But back to the matter at hand, Tom Brady, to me, he should have cooperated. He should have gave over his phone. This is stuff that we covered time and time again.
We beat it. We're beating a dead horse with it now. You should have just owned up and been done with it, and you would have been done with it, and that's it. And as far as the Patriot fans go, you deserve it, but just shut up about it. We all know.
Yes.
We all know. You wouldn't have won it last year if they only would have known to run the ball instead of throwing the ball. So I just let it go. You need to worry about your own team and what they're going to do right now.
So let's look at their schedule here. And I know one of the weeks they play, your Jags. So
free.
So let's say Tom Brady's
free.
suspension stays up, and Garoppolo is their quarterback for these 4 games here.
Good old Garoppolo.
I mean, what are your thoughts about their start here? Like you said, 'cause, they started off slow last year.
Even with Jimmy coming in, even if he has to play, even if this all goes awry for them and it goes wrong and he's out for a game, even if he has to play, it's got proven before that when you play in that Belichick system, things can still get done. They did it with Matt Castle, for God's sake. Yeah. And it gets proven that they can still get it. And even if they have a rough spot for 4 games, whoopity-doo. They had a rough spot for 5 games last year. They got cremated by Kansas City, and everybody thought it was over. And what happens? They win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they came back and won the Super Bowl. So this is who they're playing: Pittsburgh, New England, Jacksonville, and Dallas. So I mean, it is a tough start, and you imagine without Tom Brady, a little bit of a mountain to climb. But this is still a team that found a way to win, regardless of what the fans or everything outside of New England thinks about this team. Belichick does get the job done on his side. So to me, I think they'll still find ways to win and knock this out here, regardless of Tom coming out here just to kind of ride the ship. But this is them where they have to focus, they have to prepare. I'm sure they are preparing, like they're not going to have Brady, but they're still the stretches at the beginning is pretty hard, and then the schedule lining up a little bit, so they can still make a run here and everything like that. So they got two games at home and 2 games on the road. So I mean, why not? They still in good shape, and hopefully, I mean, I know their defense. They lost a little bit of their defense last year. Some of their pieces to the defense last year. So.
Oh yeah, Darrelle Revis went back to the Jets.
Browner's not part of it.
Yeah, they lost a few key pieces. Their whole secondary is back to what it was before. But anytime you count them out, is when they come right back. So I just don't count them out, even though I would love to, and I would love for them just to go away.
No, they're tough,
man. For a long time. I would like for them to go away. They never do.
They never do, and they're consistent, man. So they'll still find a way to at least get a double-digit win season.
And they consistently cheat, too.
Yes. Hey, yeah, they do, but...
That's why I tell people they consistently cheat. Well, no, tell me when they have it. or tell me that they haven't cheated, and I'll be like, okay, they haven't cheated. They cheat.
So
it's proven.
But we'll see what happens with them, and the Brady still legal procedure still going through this. And
I just want it over with and don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Right. It's a time to where they need to hurry up and make a decision on this, because this team and these players really need to start focusing on football and stop trying to figure out if Brady's going to be there or not. So kind of deal with it, figure out what you're going to have for the first 4 weeks, and then move on and go from there when you get Brady back in the week.
Well, even LeGarrette Blunt is suspended for game 1.
Yeah, so.
Well, they get him back in week 6.
Week 6. So, yeah, they play. So they come back and play the Colts then.
Yeah, they would get him back in week 6 because they have a bye week in week 4. What I said they should have done was been like, look, Tom, you get 4 weeks where you're suspended. Not 4 games, but 4 weeks where you're suspended. That way he only misses 3 weeks in the regular season. If they would have done that, then it would have been a little different story. But I'm done talking about it.
Okay, yeah, well, he starts on the
Screw
road
the
after
Pats.
that, and he got
Screw the Pats.
3-game home span. So, all right, enough of the Patriots. We'll move
Screw the
forward.
Pats.
Yes, we recognize the Super Bowl champions, and we'll move forward to
Screw 'em.
The Buffalo Bills, who hired a new head coach in Rex Ryan. At first, LaShawn McCoy was very upset about the move, like any player would be. Especially LaShawn McCoy, who was, basically lived out of Philly, played for Penn State, played for the Eagles his whole career. He's been in Pennsylvania his whole career. So, I will imagine it would be a tough adjustment for him. But first of all, what's your breakdown?
Still cold and shitty.
Yeah, very, very cold.
It's cold, but there ain't nothing to do in Buffalo. Yeah, there ain't nothing to do there either.
Way colder in Buffalo.
You have wings. That's about it.
So, thought of the Rex Ryan addition and LaShawn McCoy and this team here. Now they announced their starting quarterback,
Which they still don't have one.
They did announce one.
They announced Tyrod Taylor being their starting quarterback. Oh, he's athletic. Oh, he does this. Oh, he's done that. This is why I don't get all built up into what people are doing in the preseason. Even if you look tremendously good, I'm not getting overhyped in what I see in the preseason. Because I've seen guys in the preseason come out, make a killing, and they're in the regular season go, So I don't get overly hyped. They need any team needs good quarterback play. Any good team that's going to go somewhere is going to have good quarterback play or really, really good defense. Or middle-of-the-pack quarterback play and a really, really, really good defense. Buffalo has a really, really good defense.
They do.
They need consistent quarterback play. Just because you added a good running back don't mean you added a good quarterback. You need that consistent quarterback play. Last year, I know they were 9-7, and they had E.J. Manuel and whoever else was it, Fitzpatrick or Kyle Orton. Kyle Orton was doing their quarterbacking last year as well. So you have to have that consistent and good quarterback play. If they get it, they'll be dangerous. But if they don't get that type of quarterback play, then they're going to be in the same boat they were last year.
Yeah, their quarterback situation now, they have Castle and E.J. Manuel. I don't know where Castle and E.J. Manuel was on the depth chart, but I think I heard Manuel was 3 now. So he did drop down to the third quarterback. So initially started as their quarterback, and it just fell off, and just hasn't looked good for him. But Taylor,
I said when they made that pick, I was like, When they picked E.J. Manuel, I said, was nobody watching any of the games that E.J. Manuel played in? I'm like, huh?
I did watch a few games of Taylor, and I know you don't take into account what preseason is, but for him to have something to prove, he had